Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let me see if I can. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Huh! Huh! Ah! Ah! Okay. This might be a little better along with the music. Now, stop hearing myself. Okay, here we go. It sounds weird when I can hear myself. Okay, anyway. Alrighty, let's go. Alrighty. Welcome back to my stream. I'm Dragonfade88. I am just now getting used to streaming, as it were. I am a little bit of a small timer. But anyway, so I've decided to continue with the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, this time with episode 3 of the first game, Turnabout Samurai, part 1. So yeah, normally I do this more towards the day, but I decided to just kind of chill and whatever, just go ahead and stream this. Plus, my Zero Escape footage didn't get archived onto Twitch, so I'm gonna have to go back and replay some of that, at least on stream, because I am a small timer, because almost next to nobody watches these streams while they are actually live. That also means that I will primarily get my views from people watching it afterwards who are interested, so hence why I have to go back and do this despite this being a live stream. Unlike my friend Sam, who can just do things willy-nilly. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, let's get started on Turnabout Samurai. This is not a blind playthrough, I have played it before, so yeah, be expecting me to at least be somewhat good at this. Also, I will be voice acting, so I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Urgh, you have disgraced me for the last time, still samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. We're just jumping right into it. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon, for it will be the last moon you ever see. It steals and see you in hell, evil magistrate. Am I calling saying it right? Grrr. The warrior's swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. This would be so confusing the first time you played. Like, what? What's going on? Especially after you just got done defending your mentor's sister from murdering her. Also, sorry if you hear any background noises. Alrighty. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Right in Cola offices. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa! Stop waving that broom around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. Where else would I be? I practically live in this office. What was that surreal show you're watching? You know, until the anime came out, we had no idea what where Nick lived or anything like that. Like, we assumed he had an apartment, but for all we know, he really was just sleeping here in the office. What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Or the most popular TV hero for young people. I don't know why that sounds so awkward. Young? Like how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, Nick. We all get into interests that are not aimed at our age group. It's perfectly okay. After all, there are some grown men who on Twitter who would talk about Power Rangers all day long. I know a few. And that's okay. Like what you like. Don't let anyone shame you. Right, Phoenix Wright? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17. See, I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick. What's interesting is she turns 18 in the next case. Like, I think like the very next case she says she's 18. So her birthday is actually really close to this day. Like, I think it happens in November or something. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Me and Nick are the exact same age. I'm revealing my age on Twitch. That might be a bad move. Hi. Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When I asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Honestly, I want to be more like fictional characters than I do actual real people, so yeah. Can't exactly blame them. Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. How late does that show air? And how soon do they close up the office? I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. You know, I almost forget that like, halfway through that trial, they switched gears to Phoenix. It's such a jarring move. Like, I get why. It's to show Red White's power, but, like, half the time I forget that, like, all the way through, we weren't defending Maya. We were also defending our ass. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time. But no one paid any attention to the Right and Co. law offices. How am I going to pay rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. Huh. October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Bring, bring. Beep. Yes, I'm even voice acting the phone. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick! Maya, what? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested. Again, I like how in the game it's like, Nick's bedroom, a black void. I get the idea that it's so late that he doesn't even like turn on the light and he sleeps in total darkness, but like, I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain! Maya? Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV! Maybe he should reiterate more. Also, who says that, like, ring up on the phone? They say this character on the show, like, killed a villain. It's like, yeah, that's what happens. No, in real life. Mine must be really hysterical. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. I guess you might not know who the actor's name is. Do they even get credited on that show now that I'm thinking about it? He was skewered a villain with his samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office quick, please, Nick. Alrighty. Let's go and see what Maya's talking about. October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Right and Co. Law offices. Hi, Charlie. We're back. Maya's here, watching television. Nick, Phoenix doesn't get up that early in the morning. Like, Maya called him at, like, what, 8 or something like that? I don't know when the offices normally open. Now, for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show, The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain, known as the Evil Magistrate. Again, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I think everyone else calls it Magistrate, so we're rolling with it. This is live. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Struck through the body. Yeah. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. We shall see. Because Phoenix Wright is on the case, baby. This has to be a joke. After we talk about how much of a joke this is. No. It's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Make fun of Maya all you want, but I'm pretty sure the Ace Attorney fandom would also have a meltdown if, like, Phoenix Wright was gone for good. I would have a meltdown. I love the series. Yes, right, in co-law offices. Why is the number to the law and co-law offices to Maya's phone? Or does she just answer her phone normally like that? What? And in turn, how did I, assuming Will Powers, have Maya's number? Ah, whatever. Specifics. Nick! It's the Steel Samurai! What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case. Okay. You want to talk to me, baby? No, you do not. She'll just basically say, like, head down to the detention center now. But first, Charlie, my man, what's up? Mia's favorite pot of plant. Maya has been watering it so much lately, it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow, or she's perfecting her water torture technique. I wouldn't be surprised if Maya thought that if she watered it enough, it could turn into a tree. And that's what she's trying to do. Anyway, also, Maya, baby girl, how would you like to see my badge? What about this? You like showing that off, don't you, Nick? My poor ego. You have an ego, Phoenix? I thought that got smashed to smithereens like years ago. For various reasons, which you may find out later. October 16th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Hey, buddy! What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. And very orange. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. But he definitely did it. Murder. At least once. Maybe twice. Whoa. What are you saying? Maya, come on. No judging by appearances. Yes? Something wrong? I'm trying to figure out what voice to give Will Powers. Something wrong? That works a little bit better. No. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Of what? Of looking like Wolverine's, like, distant cousin or something? Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Nick? What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Of course he is, Maya. Don't judge by appearances. You should know better. I mean, look at you. You dress like that on a daily basis. I really shouldn't be talking. If only you knew how I dressed on a daily basis. Yeah. He didn't do it. Oh, good to know. Alrighty. Let's talk to Handsome over here. Honestly, I really like Will Powers. He's probably like one of my favorite, aside from the main cast, actually. He's one of like my favorite characters from this game. If I had to pick like a side character that wasn't one of the mains, you know? For the record, Phoenix Wright is my favorite character in Ace Attorney. I can't help it. I am a Phoenix Wright fangirl, apparently. Although I do like Edward, Gumshoe, Maya. Like, they all come very close to me. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday, actually. It was only yesterday. The cast had come down to I'm starting to lose it. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through.
We went through a few action sequences at 10 o'clock that morning. There was rehearsals scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around, the staff gathered at the studio. The evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. He took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with a samurai spear.
I'm curious if that's his actual body or is that just a suit, because that hole looks really weird. That, and apparently Jack Hammer was ripped. If that is his actual body. He might not have been ripped. I'm so sorry if you heard rustling just then. My foot knocks on them. The samurai spear?
Yes, it's a long spear that the steel samurai uses as a weapon.
Tell us more about this spear. Maybe you could explain to me just what the steel samurai is. Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? I mean, to be fair, Nick, you have only taken on like 2 cases by this point. And both those cases you kind of had to get help from Mia. The second time because you couldn't turn over a damn receipt.
No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. See if...
I see. I mean, I guess I guess because he was wearing the costume and he does play the character, I guess in a certain sense, though a bit of a morbid kind of joke to be making at this point. And again, I'm all about that dark, dark humor, baby. Neo Tokyo. Who comes up with these names? Oh, you'll meet him, and then it'll all make sense. Am I knocking into things? Maybe it's my hair. No? Okay. Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Where were you on October 29th at 5 o'clock in the morning? I'm just sprouting nonsense.
Well, the morning I came to the studios at 9 o'clock. Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9 o'clock.
Oh, come on, eyesight. You can do it. I need glasses. I've been saving up for some glasses, so that's the reason why my paws were like here.
We worked through some action scenes until noon.
Also doesn't help that I was playing Identity 5. I got into Identity 5 recently, and I've been playing it like non-stop. If you see a Dragon Fate in the game, say hi.
Rehearsal was to begin at 5 o'clock, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room.
Drinking from a bottle. Rosé.
When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here.
So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder, aka no alibi. Some action hero. Hey, we all get a little sweepy. It's okay.
What will the kids think? Sniff.
I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder.
Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map.
Wow, Nick, let's go! I'm willing to bet $10 she asked for autographs. I know, right? Alrighty, so for the Ace Attorney series, if you guys don't know, the third cases are usually kind of the in-between cases. They are just sort of I guess you could say like your breath of fresh air kind of cases. They don't really connect to the overall story. This one has a light connection to what will be the next case, but that hasn't come up yet. You'll see it later. But yeah, typically these cases are just kind of to let off some steam, have a bit of filler before we move on to the next big case. They are also considered to be the worst out of the Ace Attorney series for various reasons. Turnabout Samurai is typically seen as kind of the middle road. It's It's not horrible, but it's not the best that Ace Attorney has to offer. That being said, I don't really mind it. I think it's a nice little detour until we reach the big important case that's coming up next. I can't wait to tackle that big important case because it's also the Christmas case. October 16th at Global Studios main gate, which means possibly more viewers. Yay! I'm a shill.
Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome! Aren't you excited?
Hey, you there! You want in? You gotta go through me! Oh, she's gonna be a joy!
Oh, so sorry.
Meet one of Japan's favorite characters. I'm not even kidding. That's the reason. She appears multiple times, and the only reason is because Japan really likes this character for some reason.
We're, lawyers.
Although I think in the English fandom, they don't really like her. At least not as much. I've seen a lot of people who groan every time this character comes on screen. Determine for yourselves whether or not you like her.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident that came to snoop around. Use today. Something horrible happens and all you take is sightseeing. Wasting your time at a place like this, you should have jobs. You should be doing other lives, not working like this. Maybe I should become a lawyer too. Sounds like life needs to be. No working around, listening around. Well, I was a young, you were mites. What am I doing? Hippie clothes. What are you wearing these days? My own son called in.
I tried. I really tried. I have to be a born rapper for that one. Huh. I highlight this in that order. Whew! Sorry.
Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no.
I don't know. It's possible. Oh, wow. Crush a girl's dreams right then and there, Phoenix, right?
Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Use today.
What up, old bag? I'm not even being mean. Like, that's her name. Okay, Wendy. I'm not even being mean on that one, too. That's her name. So, what do you do here at the studios?
At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true.
You don't even like children, I bet.
In fact, in my younger days...
No, you were a star?
Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie.
Wow.
She never made it big time.
This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams.
I don't know if I'm keeping her voice up or not. I'm trying to. I don't even know if it's a good voice to begin with, but it's like trying to find voices for all these cast of characters. It's like, ugh.
Hammer was a big star back then, too, he was.
Hammer?
The victim, dummy.
Yes, we figured that much.
The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with.
I don't know. I've heard from like voice actors and all kinds of people that playing a villain's like one of the best roles you can do. Okay, Adobe Flash, what are you doing? Whoa, hey, stop that. It's gonna look really weird on the cap. I had something pop up.
Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers?
He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me.
Again, he really doesn't look all that bad. It's like, yeah, I guess he looks a little intimidating, but again, Wolverine, it's like, really not that bad. You wouldn't even have to apply that much makeup to the guy if you want to play a certain role.
The old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer.
Hey, lady, watch it.
Will Powers wanted her to fly.
We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Tell her, Maya. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job.
Okay, sweet cheeks, then tell us. Well, I guess she would just say Will Powers. I was gonna say tell us who actually murdered Jack Hammer, but I was like, she'd probably just say Will Powers again. Explain how he was killed.
There. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero.
Yeah, I think Maya knows a few of his roles.
He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series.
Should I have heard of that?
But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that.
Apparently these samurai shows are a lot like, something like Kamen Rider. If you guys ever watched, like, Kamen Rider before, like, they have, like, a ton of series and a ton of, like, stuff. So, like, I almost imagine, like, there's a whole, like, set of samurai movies just like that. I think it's pretty much been almost confirmed with, the last case of the second game. I mean, there's, like, so many ridiculous costumes and stuff. It really does look like, this universe's version of Kamen Rider.
Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry.
So, how much would that be, still? Because stars get paid a lot. It's like, what constitutes those peanuts? Does Will Powers get that same kind of money? Why are you so certain that Mr. Powers is the killer?
I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me.
Also, for calling us gawkers, you are telling us a lot of info. Especially since you apparently hate the press.
Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place.
And that person was Mr. Powers?
Yes, I saw him.
You didn't see crap.
But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room.
Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by.
If he's no fool, then why did he walk by in plain view of you, apparently?
It wasn't in plain view, was it? He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it.
No thank you. I actually like biscuits, so I will keep my biscuits. I would lose them anyway.
Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request.
I thought you were suspicious looking.
Excuse you?
Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in.
This lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously.
Obviously. Alrighty. So, let's go back to the detention center. Sorry for yawning. It's not that late. It's only like 10:29, but it's like sometimes I can't help it.
Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they?
No, honey, no, not at all. I mean, the security lady thinks you did it, but then again, who cares about her opinion? You're fine, buddy.
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick?
Like chatting on the side.
Right, not at all. Where's your suspect?
Steve.
Anyway, we gotta tell you about a certain old bag. Okay, you're out there. First, you're out there.
Mr. Powers, you aren't holding anything from me, are you? What? No, I never do that. Earlier, you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime.
Hey.
What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth.
I'm new to this lawyer business and I need every advantage I can get.
I know, I'm sorry. Sneeze. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping.
Your mom's dead? Aw.
Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me.
What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. Ready? Let's talk to you about the old bag. About the security lady, the security guard at the main gate to the studio.
Oh, the security lady?
She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking.
Yes, actually, she's said the same thing to me before.
Take off that mask.
Were her words, I believe.
She sucks up the... I don't know why I was slipping into that voice.
She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once, and she'll never let up on you.
She's got some nerve.
Yeah. Wendy old bag is a real treasure, ain't she?
Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course.
Document proving Will Powers' request for an attorney.
I just hope this will get me past that security lady.
Alrighty. Oh, why am I yawning? Professional streaming. I even have coffee. I love coffee. Do you guys like coffee? Maybe. Hey, woman.
What's that? You giving that to me?
No. Absolutely not. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request for Mr. Powers, and don't you even think about touching my badge.
Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl.
Powers' request given to the security lady, and then probably crumpled up into a dumpster somewhere.
To think he would entrust his fate to use of such unreliable appearance.
Excuse me, lady. See what happens when you get into trouble.
Really?
Really?
Anyway, you may pass.
He's stuttering like a mofo.
But only left from here towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area.
Can't stop me. No one allowed inside, pal.
Were my instructions.
Oh, guess who?
The good detective told me himself. Guess who? Hey, Nick! Huh? There are maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad.
I think I used Phoenix's voice from behind. Oh well.
Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you! Well, time to go. Nick. 50 cents!
Oh, look under the couch cushions, lady. Grandma, I'm sure you got plenty there. I don't need to talk to you anymore. Yeah, I gotta stop. Anyway, let's go before she regales us more with her chatter. Gosh. Feel sorry if she has any grandkids at all. October 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey! Hey, Gumshoe! What's up, buddy boy? It's good to see you again. Aren't you that murderer from the other day? Gummy, no. Why?
Ah! It's that confused detective!
That's actually a very good description of Gumshoe.
Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's your fault!
Gumshoe's gonna be going into the red because of my voice that I use for him. I mean, he is a character that is very loud.
I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window!
Doesn't he normally do that? Isn't that called a Saturday night for Edgeworth? What are you talking about? So, also people like to draw him as a vampire. It's like, oh gee, I wonder why.
Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work.
Oh. Shot through the heart. You were too late. You give love a bad name, Maya.
Detective?
I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, no, oh no, I'm sorry.
Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. Yeah. Gumshoe's a sensitive man.
You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can't blame other people. Oh, I can blame other people all I want. But I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey! What exactly are you two doing here?
We're on a case. What do you think? Oh, I don't know. We're just touring the lot. Heard there was a murder here. You know. What do you think we're doing here, Gumshoe?
Well, we're on this case too, pal.
Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
Much like how I say friend, buddy boy, and all kinds of other stuff. That's my endearing character trait. At least I like to think so. Isn't that right, one viewer? High five! I'd say he's a character, all right. Oh, ready, Gumtree? Let's see. Why am I late? Wow, yeah, it's not even that late, buddy. Why are you doing this to me? It's like, do you need more coffee? Is that what it is? Anyway, the investigation. We ate some gourmet coffee. We drank some gourmet coffee. It's good. Yeah, I get a box of like gourmet coffee. It's really nice. It's not that expensive, even though I call it gourmet. Please don't go thinking I'm rich. I'm actually flat broke, baby.
So, how's your investigation going, Detective?
Well, it's... Hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Oh, so close.
Nick? Maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions.
Right. So, detective, buddy, hey, pal of mine. You know, you're looking good today. Did you get some new shampoo? Is your shower in your apartment finally working? It's paying off well. Mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? Yeah, that's right, buddy. Let's see what's underneath that trench coat. Come on, whip it out.
The Autopsy Report. The latest version, if you please.
Huh, right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal.
Alrighty. Jack's autopsy report, time of death, 10:15 at 2:30 p.m. Cause pierced through the chest by a spear. Okay. Now, why did you arrest old willy-nilly here? Why was Mr. Powers arrested?
Simple, pal.
Let me guess, he was sane, he's the one with an alibi, etc.
The murder took place right over there at Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio.
Okay, I'm following along so far, buddy.
According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m.
Gotcha.
Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30.
Uh-huh.
And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal.
Almost said that in Phoenix's voice.
If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate.
Huh. Okay, so he's the only one who could have possibly done it. Well, at least we think so. But if you know Ace Attorney, then you know that that can't possibly be true. And we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up. We always get the tough cases. It's always funny how Phoenix always does get like the case, even though like it turns out later that yeah, he didn't do it. Like it's always funny how he always has to shoot through hoops in order to prove that. Then again, that could just be the legal system being absolute crap.
About the security lady.
Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer!
Excuse you? Huh? Are we talking about the same person?
When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
Okay. So she sucks up.
Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority.
And Gumshoe is an authority of some kind, I suppose. I mean, he is a detective, to be fair. It does take quite a bit to become a detective, so I don't think he's like he's not bad. Like, I don't think he's like a bad detective or anything like that. He just comes across as very absent-minded. I can't wait to get to Miles Edgeworth investigations and hang out with Gumshoe more. We have him as a partner in that game, so it's nice.
She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What?
Show it to us, come on, gummy boy. What do you got?
What kind of evidence?
Well, that, photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading toward the scene of the crime.
Notice how he said Steel Samurai and not Will Powers. I wonder why.
What? Who took that?
Who took that? I'll rip them limb from limb. See the camera up?
See the camera up on that gate, pal.
I gotta get into character.
The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo.
Oh no.
Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Nick, he has evidence.
Maya, you fool. We all have evidence. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. Yeah, he didn't exactly start bragging about that off the gate, didn't he?
What's wrong, pal? You seem down.
Should we be happy? I mean, the person that we just agreed to defend might actually be the murderer, so you know, feeling chipper here right now. Don't look so happy when you say that. Like, come on, Gumshoe. I'm sure if we get to know each other and we come close to heart, you'll find that you really love us. Much like we love you.
We'd like to ask the employees here some questions.
Sure thing, pal.
Oh, very confident, aren't you?
Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. Ha ha ha!
I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. I like how it's like treated as like a freaking competition. It's like a man has been killed violently. Meanwhile, we have a detective gloating about how we're not going to win the case. It's like, okay, there's a disconnect here.
Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out.
Let us go. Okay. Before we go, you know what to do. Detective, see this? This is my attorney's badge.
Uh-huh. Don't you think it's a little sad when you have to explain what your badge means, pal? Real men show their PD badge, and that's that.
Do you also show that on bars? I'll admit the design of my badge leaves a lot to be desired. Oh, it's a nice badge.
Maybe it should just be a big L for lawyer.
We get way too many compliments. Not compliments. We get way too many jokes about that. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, especially if you wear it on your forehead. That'd get a lot of talking. Anyway. Alright. I have to examine to go into Studio 1, don't? Let's see. Bum 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 bum. Hi, what's up, monkey statue? Bum, bum, bum. The entrance to Studio 1. Oh no, wait, I think we have to get the key card. Yeah, which means going to the employee area, which means backtracking.
This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked.
Looks like you need a card key to get in. Makes sense that they wouldn't want to keep the non-employees out. That they would want to keep the non-employees out. They wouldn't want to keep the non-employees out. Like, anyone could just walk in and disrupt their filming.
Nick, look! A security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts.
Yeah, and they're soft enough that she doesn't need teeth to chew them. I wonder if she got false teeth.
Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied? Powers is guilty yet?
We barely looked around, woman. We've only just talked to Detective Gumshoe, and he is a fountain of knowledge. Just maybe not the correct knowledge, if you catch my drift.
She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe.
I like how Phoenix says that as if people can actually, like, hide evidence like that. It's actually, I don't, do we have anything more to talk about? Oh, I wasn't thinking, oh, we actually do. A photographic proof, reason of suspicion, and Mr. Taylor. Photographic proof.
Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that?
Oh, wow, I'm slipping in April May's voice. That's a nightmare.
I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself.
Naturally.
These things are important, you know.
That, and apparently you have no respect for defense lawyers.
Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see.
Reasons for suspicion.
This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1 o'clock. The murder happened right around 2:30, you see.
That'd be an hour and 30 minutes before the actual... Let me see. The crime was committed at 2:30, so yeah, there's an hour and 30-minute gap there.
The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself.
Supposedly, anyway. Autopsy reports are not 100%.
The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that what did it, I don't know who is.
Sorry, I want to say that, but it was what? That, what? Maybe it was you?
Good one, Sonny.
She thinks I was joking. Oh, let's see how long she keeps laughing, huh? Mr. Hammer. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor?
Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio.
Was. Past tense. I mean, he's dead.
Oh, yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you.
Again, like, villains are really not that bad. I don't know. I don't know how Hollywood looks at it.
Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him?
Let me see. Well, he also took it much harder in the chest. Ding, 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 ding. About the security camera. Maybe I should figure out how to get like a drum sound on Twitch. That'd be hilarious every time I make a joke. And I can do it myself.
Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? And then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a photo too. But I don't bother myself with those details.
Ah, you're just a sparkling example of your job, aren't you?
I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do.
Okay. Oh, thanks for nothing. By the way. Yeah, we got nothing. At least to show her. Okay, let's go over to the employee area. Boo. Yeah, walking around here is a little bit on the odd side because you have to go here, then to the employee area, etc., etc. But, oh well, at least we talked to her. I mean, we had to, again, in order to progress as much as wonderful of a character as she is. October 16th, Global Studios employee area.
Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess.
Let's take a look around. Honestly, it's like if a murder happens, it's like, whoo, day off. Let's go. Then again, if murder happened in other places, that'd be like, get your ass in here, even if one of you's dead. Capitalism sucks. That's my 2 cents on it. Take it or leave it. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for... Why am I doing that? Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? Maya's a mutant. That's what it is. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you stuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. But you have to pay? Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Oh, well, she would actually do it. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. I don't know. You're pretty petite, honestly. You might be able to get through it. Who knows? I don't know what size Maya is. She is not taller than Apollo. Just as slow. Nobody's taller than... I'm kidding on that. She is probably taller than Apollo. Everybody's taller than Apollo. I don't care what it officially says. October 16th, Global Studios dressing room. Yeah, if you know Apollo Justice, like the entire Ace Attorney fandom thinks of Apollo as being like really short. Like he gives off like short guy energies or something like that. So everyone in the fandom is like, yeah, he's small. Whereas Emma Sky is like much taller than him. It's hilarious. Honestly, she would look it. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping. Oh, that tiny ass couch, that big dude. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake. Ah, come on, Powers. This isn't looking good for you, buddy boy, but I know you didn't do it. We believe in you. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key? That must be Powers. It says Studio One. Let's take it, Nick. Let's take it and run. Quick, before they catch us. Borrow it. You mean borrow. She would keep it as a memento. Card key. Card key for studio employees. Grants entry into Studio One. Alright. That's basically what we need to get into Studio One. Actually, let's examine this wig. This wig is wigging me out. What is it? What even is that wig? Could Powers fit in that wig? There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Oh! This is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Boogie Woogie. So it was a disco samurai? Why does that sound familiar? Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I, kind of like samurai movies. Oh, you think? Yeah, you're a massive fangirl. Kinda. Honestly, I'm one of those types too. Like, whenever I get into like a fandom, I have to know like everything about it, the characters, etc. I'm just interested in so many things. Like I said, I've gotten into like Identity 5, and because like that game doesn't give you the lore right out, you kind of have to like read about it through like characters and things like that. I'm really interested in it. All the characters look really interesting and hot. Like, I'm really surprised at how good looking a lot of these characters look. Okay, we have to use the card key. Oh my god. It's like I look up a character fully expecting them to look bad, but it's like, no, they're hot. They're hot. I don't know why. The entrance to Studio One. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. Well, no time to look a present. Let's go. It opened. All right, we're in. Said by every hacker in an action film. I'm in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. You know, someone died here, Maya. There could be well, she's a spirit medium. I was gonna say there could be a ghost, but it's like, nah, she's a spirit medium. She deals with it on a daily basis. She dealt with her own sister's ghost. November 16th, Studio One. What is it? You're quiet all of a sudden. Ooh, boy. Let me see. I've been streaming for an hour. I'm going to take a quick break here for just 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry for the abrupt shift. I felt a little dizzy. I felt a little dizzy for a little bit, and then I started feeling a sharp pain. So yeah, I had to just take a quick break just to get myself some water, you know, and get myself all situated and all that. I'm fine now. I'm perfectly okay, but that's the reason for the abrupt prep. Really sorry about that. Anyway, let's continue. You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. You've kind of seen your sister's dead body before. Then again, I guess you never quite get used to seeing, I don't know, death, your own mortality, coming to grips with it. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. Violently. You want to see the blood? You want to see the blood? I'm kidding. There's actually no blood here. And the Steel Samurai killed him. Apparently. Supposedly. Maybe. Just a little bit. Smidge off the top. The murder weapon was a samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Does it? I don't know. That sounds a little wacky, don't you think? Wacky. Whack, whack, whack. Wacky. Don't you like that word? They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. Lay with tape. Did I say that weird? No. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected the spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. Always playing this case again, it reminds me that I really need to see more Kamen Rider. I started Kamen Rider Build, and I just need to sit my ass down, watch that completely, and just start binge watching through the series and stuff. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. How thick was that costume? And again, if his chest was bare, then I guess that was part of the suit. Imagine having fake abs. Hey look, that's a chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of those. Hey Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone! A real life megaphone! I wouldn't mind actually yelling through a megaphone. But then again, I'm loud enough already. How would you guys like it if I yelled through a megaphone? Huh. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. Oh, come on, she's having fun. She is only 17 years old. Oh. Is that a ladder I see? Or a step ladder? Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Excuse you? That was a quick leap. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. Tell me about it. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you! No touching that! I'm sorry. My partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who? Me? I'm an assistant here. I help with the props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. I don't think this is that much of a different voice than I was using before, but then again, this character is very kind of like a... she doesn't make that much of an impression, so her voice should be kind of normal. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it. It's kind of a cute nickname. I mean, I normally, whenever I make friends, I normally call them by nickname, sometimes shortening my friends' names. But there are sometimes where there's just names that you just cannot shorten, so, you know, gotta come up with some creative stuff. Like, I have a friend named Sam. I call him Samuel sometimes. Just 'cause. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent.
Don't worry, leave it to us.
You know, our voices sound really similar. Sorry, I am one person. At one point, I had hoped to take in voice acting. Oh, who knows? Maybe I could still voice act. Who knows? One day. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see.
Only one assistant?
Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action scenes.
Are those kind of important?
Oh, I see.
I mean, this is primarily an action show, right? Wouldn't that be a lot of scenes? I don't know. Maybe they just stand around talking a lot. Who knows? Sorry, I got a bottle.
In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else.
Including the security guard. The security lady is just like over there all flabbergasted.
The employee area.
That's where Powers' dressing room is, right?
Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room.
Okay, so we do have confirmation he entered the dressing room, but that could really mean diddly squat.
But I didn't see either of them after that.
Will Powers. Talk to us, baby. What about Will Powers?
Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am?
We weren't implying anything like that. We weren't saying you were walking in there for the sex. We were just asking if you saw him in his dressing room. That's it.
But what kind...
No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi.
What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph.
Huh.
Sorry, I know you're busy whispering over there behind your hands. You know, I can kind of hear you.
Not really. Very blunt, Phoenix. You can at least pretend to be a little bit busy. You are supposed to be a professional lawyer, buddy boy.
Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue! A lead! Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here.
You sensed?
Yes, several times. Some other
studio employees, maybe?
No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside.
Really?
But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything that helps us a lot. Anything helps.
Anything helps. We're desperate.
Let's put that security lady on the spot.
Sure, I'm sure she'll appreciate that. Sensing someone. Let's get more deets on that first. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio?
Yes, I think.
I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony.
Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them.
Alrighty, let's go talk to the startling personality that is Wendy Ilbeck. By the way, first, here's my badge. You want to check it out? Hey, any thoughts on this? Any thoughts about this?
Sorry. I don't really want to think too much about what happened just yet.
It's just my badge, woman. You could have at least taken a look at it. Taken a little bit of a whiff, something. Give me something, anything. Ready? Sorry, there's a lot of awkward pausing in these. I was moving something. Sorry about that. Again, professionalism. Haha. Oh, wait, first, before we go to the security guard station, we need to examine this here. Come on, up top. Up top, baby. High five. Hey, there's a camera here.
And that's a security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went there. Who went where.
There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. How can you see that from here? Jeez, Phoenix, your eyesight must be great. I could barely see crap. I could barely see Gumshoe. No, I'm just kidding. I can see it fine. That must be the camera ID number. Alrighty. 307? Was the camera? Yeah, 307. Okay, that's gonna be important. 307. October 16th. 307. Global Studios, main gate. What? You're still here? Oh, we ain't going anywhere. I don't want to call her baby. We ain't going anywhere. Granny. Sweet cheeks. I don't know. Calling her a pet name feels weird. Really, you look as though you've seen a ghost.
We have, and it's coming for you, old bag. It's called the Three Spirits of Christmas. Honestly, if they're coming for anyone, like, they'd be too busy with Von Karma. If you don't know who Von Karma is, you'll eventually know.
What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. No, that's the look of pure disgust. We get that when you're around you. I'm sorry if anybody actually likes old bag, but a lot of people don't. I'm very lukewarm on her. She's fine, but just, eh. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. I think actually in the anime they handle her a little bit better, because in the anime it feels like she has a bit more of an arc, like a little, not a big arc or anything like that, but just a little tiny thing. Like she actually helps Phoenix and Maya a bit more in the anime. She gives them a piece of evidence that she later gives to us, but it's done as more of a moment of realization for Obag. Like, just watch the anime if you want to see what I mean. The anime is okay. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time?
Oh, she about ready to pop.
Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? I'll get her too, I'll get her and her little dog too. Eek! All right, you better tell me quick. You better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. I'm flubbing. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One. Her? She's not even a full-time employee.
So?
All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your mouths like there was no tomorrow. I knew we were thinking about 2 hours, setting out back the movie did was kind of shame that yesterday. I tried. She left.
She just goes into that like at random.
Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her, looking over our shoulders.
That's what we can do over her looking over our shoulders.
Hey. Okay, alrighty. First, we gotta check out the camera, because we need to get that photo that she showed Detective Gumshoe. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer camera. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Try it. What's the worst that could happen? Also, I realize that most of these people don't really know about modern technology. Maya, Mia, Phoenix, they're all hopeless.
Okay, let's give it a try. I bet you anything Edgeworth will be hopeless. You know how to work these things, Nick?
Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers.
Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder.
It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 o'clock. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number at the security camera. 307. I repeated that like several times over, like a mad woman. There. Entered. Repeated as much as Twitch streamers repeat the colors that they see in Among Us. Red, purple, black, white, red.
Hey, it printed out the data for that day.
My eyes.
Let's see what we got.
But I have to stream. I have to do it for you. Oh, one of you. Possibly. That could be an error.
Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers?
Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him.
I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence.
Yeah, because obviously the obvious defense would be, well, you can't tell that Powers is in that suit.
Something's printed on the back.
Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
What does that mean?
Maybe there's more photo data from that day.
Nope, that's the only one in the computer.
Interesting. Taken at the gate between the entrance and the studios. October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Powers is photo? Question mark? Yeah.
Hey, Nick! Can we use this photo as evidence for the trial?
Yeah.
We'll put that security lady in her place with this.
Right. We'll put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says.
Actually, no. Keep it close to your chest.
Wait, let's not. Why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon.
Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for.
He didn't wind up becoming a poker champion. If you think I'm kidding about that, no.
Why, you could be the next evil magistrate.
Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Because you're already the protagonist in this story, baby. And you make a fine protagonist, Feeny boy.
Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today?
I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. To be continued. Let's see. Already been going for an hour, 23 minutes. Okay. I took a bit of a break for that one time, so I think I'm fine for now. And of course, considering like you'll probably be seeing this considering you'll probably be seeing this on a recording and not the actual stream, then okay, we can keep going. To the actual trial. We need to see our baby Edgeworth. October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Hey Edgeworth, hey honey, you got some junk in that trunk, baby. Court is now in session for the trial, Mr. Will Powers. Court is now in session. I don't want to give him an old man voice like that. It's like, again, that'd be tough. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendants, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. Oh, is it? Is it, Edgy Boy? Well, we'll just see. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. Oh, will it now? I see. But you're going up against us. Phoenix Wright, baby. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. I'm starting to kind of get the voice for Judge now.
Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Gummy boy, what's up? Hey, honey, how you doing? Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with a guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day.
Good to know.
Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1, the scene of the crime. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found.
Those two don't always go together. The body was found there. Do we have any evidence that he was murdered there? We shall see.
Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here.
Me, myself, and I. I'm all the witness you need.
The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant.
You're not even going to tell her name.
And another person whose name does not matter. Penny Nichols in the audience just going, oh. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon.
Cool, cool.
Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled.
Gee, what? Dead body, baby. Actually, now I recognize that figure who's picking up. Hey, Salmonella.
The time of death was 2:30 p.m.
If you think it... and that's Salmonella. $10 what that pun name is.
The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to the whole thing again? If we do listen to it again, I could just imagine like Gumshoe like, oh, okay. And just going through that again. I think I could probably remember that. We will have to remember that. Luckily, it's not too bad.
So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval.
Samurai spear. The spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Stuck in the victim of the chest.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is... What is the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop? What did the security lady at the guard station see?
Squat. She saw diddly diddly dang squat is what she saw.
Understood.
Now I'm starting to go too deep for the judge. Judgy boy. I get the feeling we're going to be fluctuating on his voice a lot.
Let's call the security officer to the stand.
I'm even flubbing with Edgeworth. Not with Edgy. What up, lady? Back of sunshine.
Will the witness declare her name?
Oh gosh, don't make that face. Please don't make that face. Also, I just noticed she's wearing eyeshadow in there. You apply that quick.
My, aren't you a handsome fellow?
Back off, chick.
I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Back off.
Your name, please.
That is Edgeworth, and he is Phoenix's boyfriend. You will have some respect, lady. That's all I'm kidding.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
We will most certainly not. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. It's a running joke, and I actually really like it.
Wendy old bag, dearie. She'll just call me Grandma. Even if it was anyway, the old bag was really my name, dear. See, well, she'll make fun of him because of my name. But believe me, there was a cat that just come to me. How he called me the old bag? I just cried.
Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. The witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. Thank you. He was quick on that.
I'll just get into the good part, dearie.
We don't care.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
That's the part we care about.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was. Yes, see, yes, sir. Yes, see, I was.
What is that?
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
Oh, we did just get that run through. He's just like, hold on. Don't call me Derry.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag. Alright. And you had to question her, Phoenix boy. Oh, true day. Alrighty, let's get this over with. Witnesses count.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since this morning. I had some errands to run that morning.
Spill it, old lady. What'd you do?
Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was headed towards the studio.
Oh, gosh, You're really swearing to that, aren't you? Well, we'll see. You saw the defendant, then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Ray.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Let's go.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 o'clock. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through since this morning. Yeah, that's true. I had some errands to run that morning. What did you do? Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30. Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the guard station. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because this doesn't look like a Powers. It looks like it's just a dude in a suit. Let me get this straight, old bag, or Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? Sometimes having such blunt last names is so funny. But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
It's a man in a suit. None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. I have to put like Miss or something so that way they're not insulting her on the stand. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course, didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai, you heck?
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
Nobody's accusing you of that. No one in this court is accusing you of that, or Miss, or witness, of that, or Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. He is a judge. This is going down on the record.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
You probably have... Who's ever, like, recording this probably has to, like, put in that her name is Old Bags. That way it doesn't seem like they're, like, straight up insulting her. Also, can you imagine, like, somebody typing all this out by hand as it's being said? Like, my God, their fingers must be burning after every trial.
Huh, nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
Oh, do you?
What?
Huh?
Even Hedgeworth is surprised.
Sorry, I went that quick. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you.
Lady, a man was murdered. A man that you apparently liked. So it's like, yeah, we kind of have to be nosy.
Come on. Why does everyone in the universe, in the Ace Attorney universe, not know how court works?
Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective.
He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal.
He didn't even give it a second look.
Gumshoe being absolutely starlight. Gumshoe being absolutely great at his job once again. Wow, Holdback has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. Then again, it's coming from Holdback, so let's see. Let's see how good this is.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, let's go.
She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Press her until she pops.
Come on, you're holding back information. Give it to me. Everything on mine. Morning during that run-through at the action scene.
I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Which prop did he break? Hold on. He broke a prop? A prop?
Sure he did. His own samurai spear.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as significant detail. I better write this down in the corner. Murder weapon, a break in the shaft, has been mended with duct tape. Break in the shaft. You can see he's dragging his legs. See, clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers Happy. Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at that picture again. So he was walking strangely because he was injured.
It does look like he was dragging his foot.
See? And you didn't trust me, whippersnapper.
Well, you haven't exactly given us a reason to trust you, lady. You've been holding back a lot of info. Still, you can't look at this and say it's Mr. Powers. Yes, but only Mr. Powers would have been dragging his leg. He has a point. It does seem quite likely that it was Powers. There's gotta be more to this. I better keep pressing her. That's how I knew it was Powers. Let me see. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Powers trip and fall. Okay. What about his sprained ankle? Was Mr. Powers' ankles badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Less than that.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot. Okay. Yeah, apparently he sprained his ankle. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Okay. You saw him trip and fall. How did he trip and fall? Trip and fall?
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh.
Oh, come on.
So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better? You helped... wow, that was something to... You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Well, let's just skip over that part, shall we? Nobody wants to talk about your kissing face, lady. Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
So only a few people knew. You may continue your testimony. Okay. I think I've done a lot of this. We're probably nearly there. Who was present at the run-through?
Well, let's see. There was Powers. He's a still samurai.
Yes, we've been told like 50 times. Take a shot every time they say he's a still samurai.
Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. Why do you keep addressing them like that? And me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing. Just observing.
Looking respectfully at Jack Hammer's physique, maybe? What about the assistant?
Oh, she was moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then. I saw Okay, so we know only a certain amount of people saw the action scene run-through. So if someone took his costume, then it'd have to be somebody who knew about the injury. Okay, we're good. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Okay, I thought I got all the pertinent information. I just had to keep going through. Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is... where is the steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. That would be a pretty big piece to miss. Anyway, that's not important, isn't it? The witness did see the steel samurai, yes? And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. It is not. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Object. Of course. Hold it right there. We need to battle this out. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. What you got, Edgeworth? Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice.
Yeah, real sick about you.
The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Mr. Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Let's check this. Okay, so you say the time before Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw go to the studio before him was Mr. Powers, Will Powers. No one went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. I'm glad I read that. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Talking about to get when she gets older. The only person I saw go to the studio before was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody's suspicious looking, right?
No one else went there.
What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1 p.m.? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention,
if they had, I would have seen them. Okay, I know what to present. It's just a matter of where. So good. No one else went there. They had a photo. Okay, so what we need to present is once again this photo, because it says photo number 2. Where's the first one? Okay, we got it. Woo! Again, even if you know what evidence to present, it's knowing on which statement to do it in. Hold on! Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sirree, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
And here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Oh, thank you for that.
Right, anyway.
It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
Oh, would you stop patronizing me? That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know what that means. It was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Yes, and what does the other information mean? Old bag. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2.
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Details, old bag, details. Order, order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. What are you holding back, sissy? Sister? What are you holding back, sister? This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? The security lady. Only someone with access. The security lady herself.
You watch your mouth, whippersnapper.
Oh, I'm watching it. I'm watching it good, and it's spouting nothing but facts.
The only person I saw that day was willpower.
You keep saying that, but that's not true. You saw the costume go by. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer thingies. Hecky boy, help!
Oh, don't go calling to him. Huh? But believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too.
That's right, so back off.
Whippersnapper.
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right.
Ah, you just had a revelation now, Grandma?
I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the still samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
Who was it? I see. Your testimony, please. Witness testimony. What about this other person?
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, see? Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
What was it? Miss Oldbag? This is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it.
You got some reliable-ass witnesses, Edgeworth. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. You know, the thing about, like, Edgeworth and somebody else's strategies in court, you'll find out who later, is whenever there's unexpected surprises, they seem to always be taken for a loop, and that's always when, that's always where they fail the most. Because Phoenix is completely unpredictable. He's practically the definition of unpredictable. So it makes it hard to form any strategy against him. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why Phoenix is such a good lawyer, at least in this universe. He just pulls stuff up, and it's like, you can't refute him. Because it actually ends up making sense in the end. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Again, you're with Phoenix, of course. This always happens. The other person. Every day I put, yeah, right. So that, okay. I go through the photos, regardless of security cameras, and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious. Let me see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Okay, what did you throw out? Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about their hearses from gosh knows where.
Internet, baby.
The internet has all the info that you need.
Whether it be true or not.
They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Maybe I should have done it in the old bag voice. Imagine Phoenix. Can you imagine Phoenix being able to perfectly imitate like the witnesses and stuff? That'd be hilarious. Like he just busts that out in the middle corner. Everyone's just looking at him like, the fuck?
Well,
I think I remember somebody having a headcanon like that, and I'm like, accepted.
if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
Through the sewers. They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks.
I suppose so.
Oh, and they're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased...
It was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
It's a boy! Something catches on fire. Congratulations. What? Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
Like, you talk about them like they're ants. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it'll be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy, and then stab him or whatever with it.
Right? As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. Because they're tunneling for the murderer. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. That would be one massive headache. Also, I'm pretty sure you can't just bring out new information, whip it out in the middle of court. You have to have everything down before this. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Powers. Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? Now, Mr. Powers, I may be gay, but tell it to me straight this time. Tell it to me straight. No, wait. Tell it to me gay. Sorry. I didn't go to the studios. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? The murderer, probably. How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want a Steel Samurai suit, Steel Samurai costume. I don't know, maybe you could take it home after they finish filming. That's what half the actors do. Plus, sometimes they just steal stuff right off the set. They're like, I'm taking this.
So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. Sniff! You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! Well, what are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right! And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. I don't know if it's a comfort that Phoenix is so blunt, or it's like, Phoenix, come on, dearie. You're a lawyer, lie. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Sniff.
It means you're a dead man walking, buddy. See you later. We couldn't defend you. Bye. And that's how our second trial ends. Third trial, Doctor. Yeah, it's the third trial. Court will now reconvene for the trial, Mr. Will Powers. He's a dead man. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on the matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. But there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant of Mr. Will Powers. And we think you're jumping the gun, edgy boy. Very well, Mr. White. Your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order? Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent.
Oh, we do it all the time here, baby.
If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Oh, will we? Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. Or juicy enough. Give me that steak. So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? The assistant girl, the grade school boy, the security lady. So, you're supposed to pick here, and obviously. It's not the assistant girl, it's not the grade school boy. The only one who could have potentially done it was the security lady because she had all the information, she could have manipulated it, she could have erased any of the photographs, she could have gone to the scene of the murder, etc., etc. So she's really the only likely suspect. It was a security lady, Wendy Oldbag. It was a security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Come on, more pizzazz. Come on. Get the audience with the one. Huzzah. Hoo-hoo? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. But what? Whippersnapper. I mean, it is true. She was potentially the only one. Order, order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Is it? Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the samurai costume. Then slipped into studio on the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. It also doesn't help that she almost immediately said it was Powers, despite having very little information. Granted, she could have come to the same conclusions that, like, the prosecution came, him in the costume, him being the only one with the opportunity, etc., etc. Excellent detective reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes II, baby. Oh, don't you mean Herlock Sholmes, baby? That's odd. Isn't this part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he, always back me into a wall? Pounces on me? Really gives it good to me? Mature rating. Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection or some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Honestly, it'd be funny if he actually did, but he's just like, nah, I just want to watch this. I just want the old bags to sweat a little. The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
But what? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so y'all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Press further. Give Granny a break. No, we're pressing forward. She didn't give us a break. We're not giving her a break. It's very rare that you ever do, give the witnesses a break. It's like, no, keep going. We have to break them. We have to be ruthless. Come on, we're a lawyer.
The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects.
No hard feelings, I hope. Windbag.
Wait just a minute.
Windbag would have also been a great name. Well, she is technically Windy. Windy Oldbag.
What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased. The boy.
He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
He couldn't have possibly committed the murder.
He could have seen something.
That doesn't matter.
You could easily say, But then again, I guess I don't want to bring him in when they think it's absolutely Powers.
When I was that age, I could pin my old man 10 seconds tops.
Jeez, woman. How old was your old man? Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. Obviously.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders days, whippersnapper?
Wow, I am flubbing hard. I have proof.
Proof?
Yeah, you bag. Indeed, then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. It's so funny how, this is a thing. It's obviously, yeah, a 2nd or 3rd grader could not have killed a grown-ass man. At least not that easily. Especially not being stabbed. Anyway, you're supposed to present the murder weapon because it's way too heavy, and it got broke during the scene run through, so yeah.
Your Honor,
I'll have Phoenix explain.
the murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible.
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The windbag, speechless.
This has got to be a first. Just because she has nothing to refute. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy... What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. They just don't care. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. Gosh, they just really don't care by the end, do they? It's like, okay, we're done, suckers, let's go. That is all. This court is adjourned. No respect for the grandma. Not at all. And again, she's one chatty old bag.
Well, wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking.
Haven't you been talking this entire damn time? Oh, great.
Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what's this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? A lot of things.
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about?
By whom?
Huh?
You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
That would be kind of up his alley, at least by this point. Well, testify. Damn it, woman, testify. My lips were sealed.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldback, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
You do? No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. She's a bag of contradictions herself. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. We got a lot to unpack here. And unlike John Mulaney, we actually do have time. Okay.
I think we have to press almost everything.
So you were told not to talk?
That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
Even Will Powers.
There were some other people.
What other people? Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producers for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course.
Well, yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
Yeah, like, well, you think Edward would be on top of that. So, where were those people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio True. Yeah, we haven't been there yet because it wasn't pertinent in the information. It wasn't pertinent in the investigation until now. Is it Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? If you thought like the area that we went around in was a little small, then there you go.
Well, if you look at the guide map. Here it is.
Oops. Accidentally popped a finger.
You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
Sorry if that makes anyone squeamish. My sister hates when I pop my fingers. Half of the monkey's head was falling over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but take a break. We're good. We got all that we need to know. Your Honor? Yeah, when I ask that, you just go ahead and do it. You won't learn anything else. It's just basically, yeah, that's what we needed to know. We have learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. Almost gave Phoenix an accent. It'd be weird for Phoenix to have an accent. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. If you were to give Phoenix an accent, what accent would you give them? I'm actually kind of interested. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I actually didn't imagine like a voice for Phoenix before like the anime came out. I think the voice that they went with is perfectly fine. Like, I have no complaints about his voice and whatnot. Like, you kind of almost expected a typical anime protagonist, like older dude voice out of him. I hold that it's impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. But again, like in the anime, they make the judge sound like such an old man, like, court's no decision, like almost like that. And it's like, I don't know if they got like an older dude to do it, but it sounds like someone imitating an older man. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag. And more information about these other people we have just been told of. And again, like trying to make a voice for the judge would be kind of interesting because he's a mix between like goofy and official. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Whoa, and we took no damage again. I am on
Fire, baby. Put me out.
October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Take me out. Whether it be to dinner or assassination, you pick. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. Some people pick the assassination option, and it's like, ah. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Really, it's nothing.
Grin. Thanks for nothing, Maya. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, or should I sneak?
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial's witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? Nah, it wasn't. What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. And I mean, it does kind of make logical sense. It's just, again, why would she have murdered Jack Hammer? Why go through all that trouble for it? It's like, yeah, she's not the murderer, even if she did have, like, almost the perfect setup for it. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Yeah, she was pulling information, like, out of nowhere. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Really gave Edwin a heart attack. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Sneef. To be continued. Alrighty, I have been streaming for about 2 hours and 11 minutes, roughly. Alrighty, so I am going to end it here, and later we will be going more into the trial of the samurai. Alrighty, thank you everyone for joining me. I don't know when exactly I'll be streaming again. Maybe possibly Sunday. Maybe I might do some more Zero Escapes tomorrow night, and I might stream some more things maybe Sunday. I'll have to see. Catch me on Twitter if you want to get updated on all my stuff. So yeah, I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye.